Hello, and welcome, friends. It looks like we lucked out. The NBA is back. They've decided to resume the season, and the games start tomorrow. What does that mean? That means that the card market's going to be okay. Everybody pat yourself on the back. Everybody's good. Go get a cookie or something. Everything's fine. But we've got some guys that we want to sell. And, well, actually, one guy. I got your best sell right now is Kristaps Porzingis, and you got to do it right now. Just stop the video. Well, do it after the video. But go and sell him now, unless you're just a really big fan and you want to keep him. But if you're in it on the money and you were holding him, now is time to go because he's out for the season. He's been playing with a torn meniscus, and that is a horrible, I wasn't going to say disease, but that is a bad injury. You can look at guys like Rajon Rondo. He's pretty much never been the same player since having that. Porzingis has been riddled with injuries. That's the one thing about Porzingis that's held him back. He's been a good player. When he was a rookie, he looked real good, real finesse-like, very smooth with the ball. But, man, it's bad news. And if he can't stay healthy, then we got problems. But either way, his card's not going to keep going up in value. It's going to fall to a baseline. So whatever people think the actual value of that card is, that's what it's about to be worth. And I'm talking about his 2015 Prism rookie in a PSA 10. That's the main card we're looking at. So that card shot up to like 500 and change, but it's going to go down to whatever that baseline is. I'm not sure what that is in the market. It may be lower than normal, but if you have this card in a 10 or a 9 and you want to get maximum money, you're probably not going to be the only one. So now would be the time to get the money while people are still buying, if they're buying. I mean, somebody's probably buying, but it's just bad news. So I think that he's going to be injury prone in the future as well. And despite being a fan since he's been on the Knicks, he was the reason I got back into the hobby in 2015 and started going hard at Prism. It's probably it for him. He might be kaput, so to speak. So be careful with the Porzingis. But that's okay. We got something that we can buy too. The buy I'm talking about is very juicy, and I missed out on a bunch of these at 160, and I'm trying to kick myself right now, but I can't. Why? I'm just too lazy, really. 2017 Optic Mega Box Basketball. The 2017 rookie class is absolutely insane, and these boxes are under $200, and they could easily shoot up to $300-$400, and it might not even take more than a few months to do so once other people realize just how I just had lunch. Once other people realize how juicy this list is. Like, here's the list right here. Who is in the 2017 Optic Mega Box? You want to know? Well, you've got Lauri Markkanen. Again, lower rookies here too, but nonetheless, these are the rookies that people have been buying. You got Derek White, Kyle Kuzma, OG Anunoby. You got Bam Adebayo, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Lonzo Ball, which I don't really like at all. And then you got Markelle Fultz. So that is a full list of people. I got to tell you, that is a massive list of people. Especially, we're crowning it off with Jason Tatum. I mean, you really can't go wrong with 2017 Optic. That's that rookie class. I mean, any sealed product from 2017. I'm sure there's some lower-end cheap ones out there, but I like the Target Optic because I think it's the mid-stakes play. Obviously, Prism is the high-stakes play, so if you're a high-stakes player, grab the Prism mega boxes. But if you're a mid-stakes guy, grab those Optic boxes for under $200. Doesn't matter if you can only get 2 or 3 or whatever, or maybe you can only afford 1. Grab it if you can get it, sell a couple things, sell some Porzingis, and grab those mega boxes because those things are only going to go up. And for those of you who want to get into sealed wax, I got to tell you, as a person who has just obsessively opened wax over the years because it's so much fun, and also I get it from booster drafts with Magic the Gathering because all you do is open a pack, grab a card, pass it, and then play some games. So I'm used to opening packs. I wouldn't say addicted, but pretty close. I mean, it might as well call it that. But you might be too. Take it, put it in your closet, forget about it. Put it on a shelf somewhere, give it to your wife and tell her you don't want to see it. Put it with the Playboys. I mean, you just got to do something to get it out of your face. If you're constantly thinking about it, you're just going to have that Christmas feeling. You're just going to have that inertia. You're going to be walking around your house and suddenly you're dizzy. Is it an earthquake? Is it vertigo? No, I'm trying to open these packs, dog. So just relax. Put it somewhere where you're not even going to think about it. Don't even think. Pretend it's already open. Pretend it's something else. Wrap it up. Wrap it up and put somebody else's name on it. Whatever you have to do, once you get it in the house and you get some of it in there, it's easy to not open it. and you don't. I mean, every now and again you get emotional. You might be, I've had a real bad day. I'm gonna open this box. But you can restrain yourself, okay? Get a restraining order against opening these boxes. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, but I think that you can get away with it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you guys know the other guys that are going to the next round, the Donovan Mitchells, the Tatums, the Browns. There's not too much to talk about that's new there, so I wanted to put this space to use by saying you should be in other markets. If you have only gotten into the sports card market, but you don't really buy and sell anything else, and you do like flipping and making some money, and you're not just a strictly sports card collector, other markets are there for you. You know what you like, whether it's action figures, Funko Pops, which I don't really get into Funko Pops too much. Get out of here. No, I got a couple of them behind me there, but I never really wanted to, but I ended up with two. I ended up with Ming the Merciless and the dude from A Clockwork Orange, Alex DeLarge. Great movie. If you've never seen it, go watch it this evening. It's got a great soundtrack, too, by Wendy Carlos. She also did the Tron soundtrack and the Shining soundtrack. But enough of the trivia. You guys got to get into other markets. The two main markets that we're into are toys and games and vinyl records. That's our biggest one. The ROI on vinyl records is nuts. You can find records at garage sales, estate sales. You can generally get them for $1 or $2, and you can sell them for $12, $15, $25. We've gotten $400 records for 50 cents. The shit happens, and I've got a couple of examples here for you. I just wanted to show you the kind of shit that you can and should be looking for out there. So I just wanted to help you out with that. First thing, boom, The Wall. This is like a $30 or $40 record. This one's in minty fresh condition, and it is the original first press of The Wall. We paid probably $1.50 for this. I mean, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of examples. This one came in a collection that we got from a guy who works in the music industry. He does stuff with radios, stations, or whatever, and you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to end up buying things from when you are out there garage sailing and whatnot. So this is a Smiths record, right? Smiths, we got Louder Than Bombs, and it is a promo copy with the hype sticker. So this right here is what I would call investment vinyl, because the value of this right here will never basically ever go down, and it's currently worth about $45. But again, in the lot that we got, we ended up paying about $3 for that record. So you can just do the math, man. $3 for 40, $2 for 40. And it's not that difficult to do the listings. So, I mean, records are easy to mail, and they're cheap because they go media mail. So that is one market that I would suggest. Another market you could go long on. This is a long-term market, and that's action figures. Right now, some really awesome action figures have come out, and that's a replay, essentially, called Retro Play of Masters of the Universe, man. See, it says right here, new for $20. And these things are badass. They look just like the originals, which I was obsessed with as a kid. I had all the Masters of the Universe. I never got them in the box. I always got them secondhand, but I had them, and I love Masters of the Universe. It's cheesy. You go to watch the cartoon now, and it's silly. But I do it every few years for fun, because it's awesome and it's nostalgia. And as you guys get older, if you're 20 right now, you ain't thinking about this shit because this wasn't your childhood, but you've got cartoons and whatever, it's anime, whatever that you're into. In another 20 years, you get my age. I'm 41, not some 41, but 41. You're gonna want this stuff that you had as a kid. You're gonna remember the good times when you realize how hard life is and how depressing it can be sometimes. And you're gonna need shit like this to get through. But if you're just an investor, you can get this right now at Walmart for $14.92. Now, I'm not Christopher Columbus, and this ocean is not blue. It's green. And if you're into that, well, go buy a bunch of these. We bought like 20 of them. Probably gonna get a few more, and the Battle Cat that's out there as well. So these are already $30 to $35 on eBay, and you can get them, like I said, $14.92 at Walmart, and that's an in-store only price. So if you go try to buy it on Walmart's website, it's going to cost you like 30 something and change, or they're out of stock. And some stores are out of stock completely. Now, if you're in the action figure game, you want to try to find like this right here with the hole not punched. I have this one. It's got a little damage on the card. I had that out here just on display, but just because it had that. But yes, you want to try to find them with that hole punch up there intact. It's not always going to be the case, and that's okay. They're still good. It's still a good investment. But action figure collectors like the card to be in the best shape that you can possibly get it. So when you're looking for these action figures, try to avoid the ones that have dings and bends. Like if you can't get any other one and it doesn't look completely trash, a sealed action figure is still very desirable. So that's good. Still pick it up if you don't have any. If that's the one you can get, then that's the one you get. But if you have an option, then you want to be looking for the ones that have good condition cards. And if you have any chance at one without that hole punch at the top, moved, whether you want it intact, then that's what you get. But yeah, I would say there's so many good collectibles markets out there, and markets in general, whether you're into coins, I don't get into coins at all, whether it's Pokemon cards, Magic cards, whatever it is. And the beautiful thing is, the more markets that you have knowledge of, the more opportunities you have, because as you come across collections and people and sales, you know exactly what you're doing in that market. So that means when you see that good shit, you get there. You get to negotiate, you get to go hard on the stuff that you want, that you know will sell. So that's my advice to you today, folks. We've got our basketball back. You got a guy to sell, you got to buy, and then you got a couple of other markets to jump into. I hope it's been informative. Please click that subscribe button if you've liked it, and let me know what other markets you're in down below with a nice comment. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.